Jake Skin of the Boxed In podcast, delighted to be joined here by Raymond Doyle. Raymond, a tough night in the office, but I think what an absolutely amazing overall show of just small hall boxing that we've been able to witness tonight.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the night that we've just had. Unfortunately for our team, a couple of 50-50 fights there, and they didn't go the way that we wanted them to. But listen, them lads put their heart on their sleeves, get value for money, and sometimes you roll the dice, and that's just the way it goes. It's boxing, but you don't progress to the next level unless you take them type of chances, and these kids did. Unfortunately, it didn't go their way tonight. 2 points defeats, but yeah, that's sometimes how it is.
As a trainer, how does that, kind of affect you? Because I know you can now be kind of in the mood of, right, let's get back in the gym, let's do this. But, obviously, these are people that you spend a lot of your time with, you put a lot of effort in, and obviously, to see them come up short, obviously it is, disappointing at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's always disappointing. The thing to it is because you're always going to get criticised either way, but just don't take it too personal. If you're in a very good even fight. I mean, I think Jimmy's opponent were 1 defeat and quite a good few. So, the decent kids, it's like you're testing yourself to try and get. If they put everything into the performance and sometimes they just fall short, yeah, you can have a look back and watch it and try and readapt and readjust. But if you were down and personal about every time somebody put 100% effort in and it didn't go your way, then it's like, you know when someone's given their all and when someone hasn't. Them lads couldn't have given any more. Unfortunately, they just fell short.
I think the most important thing that Connan and Jimmy Joe will take away tonight is just the lessons that they've learnt from this. What would you say they have learnt overall?
Well, they've contested for a title tonight, pair of them, so they've had to go through real long training camps, and from when they've started them, they have to ask themselves, have they really progressed to another level by the time they've got to ending it? All right, they've put it in ring and it's not come, but do they feel that they've improved themselves as well? And you've been near and thereabouts at that level tonight, so with another focus on another long training camp for another fight, will that get them even better again? And it might just be enough to get them over that line to pick the belt up the next time.
One thing I do want to kind of pick your brains on a little bit is just small hall boxing overall in the UK. I saw you last week at the Curtis Woodhouse show, obviously training Sylvester. We'll get on to Lewis, but yeah, just how important is fights like this, events like this in small hall boxing to the UK?
They're extremely important because without them, how can anyone come through? Is it like you've got your top tier level boxers, your do you know what I mean, your world championship levels, but they're always seem to go on for a very long time these days. Is that because nobody comes through, but the way small hall boxing is, it's a struggle at the minute. It really is. It's like there's finance always comes into it as well, and it's like you're looking and people are struggling to do the shopping, to pay the gas, to, you know what I mean? It's an hard slog out there. So majority of people are skinned. Do they want to spend that money on coming to watch someone in a fight that they probably know that they're going to win? But if we don't have that, then how do they get to the level that they need to be to progress type thing? Do you know what I mean? It's a tricky one, but it definitely needs it, and I think it's struggling at the minute. I think it's struggling down to climate. I think it's struggling down to money, everything really. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't like to be a promoter this day and age, because you're thinking, who wants to get their head punched in for very little money? And yeah, it's a big gamble, isn't it?
So yeah, I do want to speak a little bit on Sylvester. Obviously last week out in Hull against Dale Arrowsmith, very, very good performance from himself. What are we expecting now from Lewis?
Obviously last weekend it went a bit tits up with the opponent, so obviously people are looking and go, why is he boxing Dale Arrowsmith, etc. Look, it were either that or he don't box because his opponent, unfortunately, it all fell through with paperwork at last minute. But I'm expecting Lewis to have a big push in his career now. I've been putting a lot of work into him. He's been doing some brilliant work behind the scenes, some fantastic sparring. We work on things and we're very passionate about what we do. The way that we're improving and the way that we try things when we're travelling up and down country with sparring. And I don't give it him his own way neither. I make him have it really so he can perform against top kids. Because when the call comes, he's got to do it then. That's the only way he's going to do it, and we have to believe that we can do it that way. Lewis isn't tied to a top deal or anything like that, but with his record and look, he's only got one defeat to Sam Noakes. In my opinion, Sam Noakes was just too big for him. It was like, couldn't keep him off. He's a bit of a monster. Like, I've looked across that night and I thought, bloody hell, he is big. But we've got him at super featherweight now, and we're going to keep going, and we're going to keep training, and we're going to keep working hard. And like I said, look, we'd love him to become Hull's first British champion. I think that would open the doors for him to be a fantastic role model for City, because he's the first person to ever pick that up, and just they could really push him as someone for that City. It's such a prestigious achievement, and we would love to get there, but we'll see what happens along the way. Do you know what I mean? We're not like saying we're not open to fights if they make sense to get him there, but I've had 2 British champions before what I've trained myself, and I would love Lewis to be the third. I just think the kid is very, very good, and he's got to get that opportunity to show it.
So I just thought I'd give you the opportunity to explain a little bit about the hat that you've currently got on. Obviously we can see the name Gigi there, and I just thought I'd give you the microphone to kind of tell that story.
I've got the hat on. Gigi is my daughter. She was born with a severe form of cerebral palsy, and I try to do my bit to raise awareness for children with cerebral palsy, and also we have been doing stuff to try and raise funds for my daughter, who has got to undergo intensive physiotherapy as the cerebral palsy stops her from walking, talking, them type of things. And yeah, it's just my bit to think I've got to try and do something for the situation. They're the cards that I were dealt with, and if I can try and make a difference for another family going through that type of scenario that me and my partner have had to go through with my daughter Gigi, then it's either I sit down and do nothing, or I try to do something. I haven't really got the momentum going at the minute. We've just started a page, Gigi's Journey, and we've done a lot of fundraising to try and raise money for a cause, etc. So yeah, I'm passionate about it, and it's not just about raising money for my daughter. If I can try and raise some form of awareness for any other parent, then maybe they might be scared, what else can I put, uncomfortable, down, feeling depressed and all that type of thing, because it's something that nobody really wants to talk about, because it's too painful. Whenever you see a child suffering, not that she is suffering, but whenever you see a child disadvantaged, it becomes where people are like, I can't bear that, but yet it still happens. So if I can do something to try and help share my journey as a parent going through it, then I will do, and hopefully some positiveness can come from that. Hence, like you've just asked me, I wear it. It's just I'm at the boxing, and like if somebody can ask me, they've got the CP emblem there along with my daughter's name. And when Lewis fought last week, he did a lovely gesture in raising some awareness and raising some funds for my daughter by wearing the CP emblem on his shorts as well. So yeah, that's a little bit about that. So I appreciate you asking me about that as well. It means a lot to me, so thank you.
Raymond, thanks so much for your time. I will leave a link in the description of this YouTube video to the Instagram page for Gigi's journey. But yeah, overall, thank you very much for being here today. Thank you.